welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. Thank you for joining us. And now, let's begin right. Whether you're watching this live or the recorded version, smash that heart, guys. Smash that heart. Show your love. Today we're going to be doing a reaction video from one of my friends who is from Italy, who does videos on workplace bullying. So I think that's great that she does that, and we're going to be doing a reaction video to one of the things she's saying. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when I attempt to mansplain the word mansplain. You don't want to miss that, so be sure to check that out. But right now, we're going to say what's up to Hood Rich Ex-Boy and Daniel Factual. Thank you for joining the show, guys. Show some love, smash that heart. So let's head over to the video now that I'm particularly referring to. Let's see here. It looks like I don't, come on. I don't have it. Let me see real quick. I don't understand why it's not loaded up, but let me see if I can load this while I'm live on the show. Give me a second, guys. Here, let me see. I'm going to attempt to load this. Why? Thank you for smashing that heart. Oh, it's Pico. What's up, Pico? Long time no see. Zinny Stories, thank you for joining the show. Come on. Don't tell me I can't load this. Oh, man. Technical difficulties, guys. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay, I found it. It was, for some reason, it was set all the way back. All right, so here we go.
Recognize the potential bully, potential narcissist hidden behind the mask of the person setting themselves up as the caregiver. And as caregiver in this case, I am talking especially about people in psychology, psychiatry, coaches, mentors, and so forth. People who claim to be there to help you overcome hurdles, to help you come back up, pull you back up, out. Recognize the potential bully, potential narcissist hidden.
That really went weird at the end there. Okay, so she's basically, if you guys followed that, she's basically talking about people who are supposed to be helping you get better, whether it's from depression or whatever, anxiety, whatever, but in actuality, they're hurting you. I experienced this a lot, and Pico wants to let everybody know that he's trying bodybuilding, that's very good for you, and fencing at the same time. I tried bodybuilding only for fencing stamina, okay, flexibility, muscle power, and especially for sabri, okay, and for my mental health. Awesome, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Pico, that you're taking care of yourself. So back to our reaction video here from our good friend Katarina here. So she's talking about people who are supposed to be there to help you get better, get over anxiety, get whatever it is, but they're there to hurt you more. I believe that I experienced this when I was at the hot core of my bullying. I had a therapist that I went to see, and I went to see a therapist not because I was crazy, not because I did anything that most people will say, or you need to see a psychiatrist for, which unfortunately there is the stigma of it, which we have to fix. But I went to that because, in my opinion, if you want to keep your muscles good, you go to a gym, right? If you want to learn to cook, you go to a chef. If you want to keep your brain working properly when you're dealing with bullying, you want to go to a psychiatrist or someone in that field. And I went and to this particular person. Now, I already had saw countless um, therapists and counselors before this person. So I was familiar with how it works. And the fact that we only had a few sessions and the person right away pegged me for uh, having bipolar. And I went back and I talked to all the other counselors that I saw before and therapists that I saw before, and they said, no, that is not your situation. You're not bipolar. You have a situation of depression brought on by the bullying that you're experiencing in your workplace at the postal service. That's what it was that I had. And but people don't want to understand that. They don't. They want to think that it's just plain and simple. Some people are not there for the right reasons. They may be at a job where they can do some good, but they're not there for the right reasons. Some might just want to make money, and if to tell you that you're getting better and that you're doing good or to lead you in the right direction to get better means that you will no longer be, what's the word, in their clutches, so to speak. That you're no longer, oh, I just saw all these things, Pico, that you wrote. I'm sorry. Give me a second and I'll read them. That you're no longer in need of their services. And some people, in my opinion, will tell you things that aren't true to set you, to keep you coming to them. And I think that's what a lot of doctors do. And I think that's why, excuse me, guys, I think that's why you have to be very careful when you seek the help of a professional. You got to be very careful. You got to be extremely careful. And you got to be honest with yourself. For instance, when I was told, okay, you are bipolar from this doctor, which of course I denied it, but you can't be in a situation where you deny that you have a problem when you actually do. So you have to really keep a balance of yourself and be honest. You have to be honest with yourself, But you can't fall for, I think all too many times, some people have been told that, for instance, they're bipolar, and then they slip into a greater depression based on what that one person said. And we can't go by that one person. We gotta seek second opinions. I'm a big advocate for second opinions, that's for sure. And you got to just talk it out with as many people as you have to. Then if it turns out that whatever the doctor said it's true and that's what you need, well then go and get it taken care of. But I'm sorry, because not every doctor is honest. We have to be very careful when we hear things about us, and by all means we don't have to take it by gospel truth. Some doctors might say you need a procedure that you really don't need. I've seen that happen, and so that's why you have to seek the 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 opinion of other doctors or other people, and really be honest with yourself. That's the key thing, because for instance, if it's a heart attack situation and your doctor's saying you have to lay off certain types of food, or if it's a diabetes situations, your doctor is saying you have to lay off sugar. Those are situations where you have to be honest with yourself. Am I drinking or eating too much of these fattening foods that's causing a heart attack, or am I eating too much sugar that's causing my diabetes? You have to be honest with yourself, and that's why I tell you it's a mixture of seeking other people's opinion, doctors' opinions, and being honest with yourself. Let's see. Pico says, I'm not sad or depressed about her anymore. I'm so glad to hear that, Pico. I'm so glad to hear that. I used to love to have her on our show, and I hope that her family is doing well with dealing with the death of this person. So I ask you, Pico, or anyone, whether you're watching this live or recorded, have you ever been in a situation where you felt your doctor didn't give you the right diagnosis? And I was talking to a friend today, as a matter of fact, about, sometimes you go to a doctor and you have a situation, and what it takes is strengthening, like lower back pain. Let's use that as an example, because that's what happened to me. A lot of doctors will tell you don't do anything, don't walk around, don't, if you have lower back pain, don't walk, don't exercise, don't stress yourself out if you have lower back pain. But you know what? Sitting around doing nothing, in my opinion, for me, made my lower back pain worse. Going out and exercising very mildly at first, and then maybe a little more, I won't say aggressively, but a little more than mild, is what worked for me. Doing yoga is what worked for me. But if you sit around, in my opinion, when you have lower back pain, like most doctors want you to do, to me that makes your lower back pain worse, because you're not strengthening your back. And again, I'm not a doctor, so please consult your doctor before doing any of the things I tell you on any of my videos. But for me, this is what this feed is about. It's about things that I have done in my life that worked for me. They might not work for you, but I know that a good percentage of doctors tell you, if you come to them with lower back pain, that they tell you that you shouldn't do any type of exercise. You shouldn't walk. You shouldn't do. And I think that not getting the exercise is what made my lower back worse than actually getting out and doing some yoga and doing some things that really worked for me. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I woke up at 5 a.m. today and been on the run ever since. Still making these great videos for the U.S. Army. And once they're out, once they've been cleared by the U.S. Army, I'll send you guys a link so you can check them out. So I've been working like a dog. And I'm still, I told you guys we're doing YouTube. I'm doing YouTube videos with E. C. Kelly E.C. Kelly's Yoga Revolution. That's my first time I've said it on the show. It was hard to get out, but let me say that again. E.C. Kelly's Yoga Revolution. I'm doing videos with her. We just put up a video today. You can go to Nonfiction Filmmaker and check that out. And if you wanted to get into yoga, you can start there. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. Help us out. It helps us out financially. Once we get 1,000 viewers, you guys know, we'll be able to monetize our videos and make money, or it would be in the way of donations to thebullyexposed.com. So 100% of that will go to thebullyexposed.com. Pico also says, I'm not depressed and sad anymore, but I'm scared that I forget her. No, you won't forget her. I doubt that. And Elisa, thank you for joining the show. If you're just joining us, smash that heart, guys. Show us some love, whether you're watching this live or recorded. I also wanted to say I'm sorry that I haven't been on. I've been really busy with projects, but I'm gonna try to come on. Like I said, like I said earlier in this show, tomorrow I'm gonna try to mansplain what the word splaining means. So tune in for that tomorrow. If I forget about her, I am disrespecting her. No, you won't forget her. That that no, I know I won't forget her. I never met her, just chatted with her on the show. I know she was a big fan of the show, and I'm sad that I'm losing a big fan of the show, but I'm glad that you're still with us. Um, and I know that I would never forget her. I loved her questions. That's the one thing I loved seeing her on the show is her questions. She would have always great questions about women's rights and how women should be treated in the world, and I think that's great. Let's see. Pico also says, I'm trying to find a new girlfriend, but I feel bad for her. Let it take your time. Take your time. That new person will come. That new person will come, and it's okay if you fall in love again. I'm sure that she would have wanted it that way. That's for sure. I'm sure she would have wanted it that way. So, so we have to be careful. We definitely have to be careful when we hear diagnoses from doctors. Don't take it 100%, especially when you're dealing with a psychologist who might. Unfortunately, guys, there's some out there that they just make deals with companies and they want to put you on their products, whether you need it or not. And that's how they make money. So they want to keep you coming to them. They want to keep you on drugs. I'm not saying all doctors are this way. I'm not saying a large percentage of doctors are this way. I am simply saying be careful. Because I know that after talking with doctors, some doctors, I felt that that I was just given this information just to kind of stay hooked and coming to see them. I know that I told you guys that I was supposed to get an operation on my shoulder here, and we were moving to Guam, so I didn't get the surgery, but I was seeking a second opinion because I didn't know we were moving to Guam when I seeked the second opinion. The doctor finally got in touch with me, and so I went to see him anyway, and the doctor told me that they don't think I need surgery. So it's always good to seek a second or third opinion, guys. What is bad, again, what I'm saying is what is bad is when you deny that you have a problem. Like if you have a drinking problem and you go to see a therapist and your therapist says you have a drinking problem or a drug problem and you deny it and you say, nope, that doctor is crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't have a drinking problem. That's when it's wrong. But like I said, be honest with yourself. Seek a second or third opinion, as many as you need, and just be honest with yourself. If you know that, for instance, drinking, you're waking up after being passed out for hours, chances are you probably do have a drinking problem. So take that into consideration and don't say that the doctor is just trying to get money from you, because that might not be a situation with it. Let's see. Pico also says, and thank you for your comments, Pico. I do appreciate it. It's not about finding a person. That's right. I just don't want to make her spirit sad. Oh, that's so sweet. So just wait for that right person, Pico. That's what I can say. I'm currently healing tendonitis. Oh, wow. I heard that's painful. Uh, he told me to rest more and more. Okay. Yeah, luckily my tendons only torn a bit. Oh. Mariposa, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart if you are joining us, whether it's live or recorded. I got tendonitis from fencing. Oh, that's bad. Because you're into this fencing thing, and if it's causing you tendonitis, you might not be able to continue the fencing much longer, huh, Pico? Thank you for smashing that heart and showing some love, guys. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If you haven't smashed that heart, smash that heart. Yeah, that's really bad, because I know you just got. I don't know if you've been doing fencing for a long time, but as from what I picked up on, you are new to this fencing, or just got back into fencing, and you're showing signs of tendonitis. That's really bad. Wow. I can do wheelchair fencing only for a moment. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Wheelchair fencing. That's cool. So, um, yeah, that's we're talking about doctors, and uh, can your therapist be gaslighting you? So let me show that video one more time while I read the stuff that Pico has to say.
The potential narcissist hidden behind the mask of the person setting themselves up as the caregiver. And as caregiver in this case, I am talking especially about people in psychology, psychiatry, coaches, mentors, and so forth. People who claim to be there to help you overcome hurdles, to help you come back up, pull you back up, out, recognize.
I don't know why the video does that at the end, but yeah, it's a real thing, guys. It is a real thing. It's a shame, because doctors are supposed to be there, and therapists are supposed to be there. I don't know if therapists deal with a Hippocratical oath, but they're supposed to be honest in every way, shape, or form about what they're doing. They're not supposed to use their powers for anything other than good, to help you get better. But no, some of them do. Some of them will prescribe drugs to you that you don't need in order to make that extra money, because they have a kickback at the end. So I'm here to tell you, as a person, that I feel that I've experienced this in my time of living on this earth, where I've had doctors subscribe or tell me that I'm in need of something when I felt I didn't. And what I did is, like I told you guys, what I did is Latoya, thank you for joining the show. I was honest with myself, got second, third opinions, and dealt with it from there. So Pico says he is new to Olympic fencing, that he's been doing Japanese fencing called kendo for 6 years. Wow, that's awesome. So that's probably where the tendonitis is from, is what I'm going to assume. So it's okay, sir. It happens. Yeah. And Pico says, it's okay, sir. It happens. Yeah. You know, it's a shame that you do something for a large amount of your life, like fencing or playing basketball or baseball, and then if you develop something like tendonitis that keeps you from playing the game you love and that keeps you from going further into a career of doing it, that really is something that hurts. I'm gonna use that word. I'm gonna say it hurts. It hurts to have to do for that to have to happen. And but it is an honest truth of what happens, and sometimes um, people are recovering physically from like tendonitis and things like that, and then they have to recover also mentally. So don't let the stigma of going to a psychiatrist or a counselor um, keep you from seeking the help that you need, no matter where where it is. Um, so, anything else you want to talk about, Pico? Because we haven't talked in a long time. How are things in Japan? Is it still cold in Japan? What's going on? Um, I wonder when everything with COVID's over, where we're gonna end up going. What's gonna be the first place we end up going? I'm so eager to get back to Thailand. Uh, that's for sure. I'm so eager to get back to Japan. But I know our first couple of vacations probably are going to be probably like Spain, somewhere in Europe that we can drive to, that we don't have to fly to, or maybe we will fly. It'll just be a short flight. Pico says I'm kind of immune to colds these days. Oh, that's good because it's not good to be sick now, with COVID happening. I think one of the best things to do is to try your best to keep yourself healthy. And that's what's so great about living in Japan and Asia. I know that the minute you start to show symptoms of a flu, um, it's customary to wear masks, and I think that mask really helps spread anything around. Uh, I worked with my crutches. Some civilians like to pick pick on me. Pick on me since I'm working with crutches? Oh, you're working with crutches. Oh, is it tendonitis that bad for you? That you're currently working in crutches? Wow, that's terrible. I think being a police officer, you should definitely respect the police officers. That doesn't mean that you blindly just um, allow police officers to disrespect you, like what's happening in America. But to me, I always give police officers respect, and of course, unless they do something ridiculous, then I will politely tell them they're doing something ridiculous. But for the most part, when you meet a police officer, you definitely should have respect. And if he's working with crutches, definitely you have to have some sympathy and some empathy for that. Let's see. Pico says, yes, my tendonitis muscle hurts so much. Well, I can't believe that they have you working still. I think a police officer in America, just so you know, Pico, would have got what we call a desk job, like he would have been working inside the office until his knee got better. Because how can you chase after a police officer, a criminal, or how can you defend yourself against a criminal if you are in crutches, you know. So I'm really shocked about that they will let you work like that. But is it still cold in Japan? Is it starting to warm up? I know here it's starting to warm up a little. We have some peach trees, or I think some type of fruit trees in our backyard here where we live, and they're starting to get a lot of flowers. So that's really great. So it looks like summer is just around the corner. Let's see. Pico also says, "I'm not a I'm not a good officer worker." I don't understand what that means, Pico. And for those of you that are new to our channel, Pico's from Japan, so English is not his first language. So maybe um, this thing that he said did not translate well. I don't know. But I'm not a good officer worker. I think you are a great officer. Officer or desk. Office desk worker. Right. Oh, you're not a good. Okay. You're not a good office desk worker. Okay. Got it. All right. I'm sorry about that. Okay. I got it now. That's well, they should train you on that. I think how to fill out the proper paperwork and all kinds of things like that, and how to be a better uh, office worker, police office worker. But definitely, they would have. If you were in America, just so you know, they definitely would have. You would have been working indoors. That's for sure. Because you could really you could make everything worse, I think, if your foot needs to heal. But may I say, take some turmeric and some ginger, fresh ginger, fresh turmeric. Let me see if I could. Do you know what that word turmeric? Oh, that was weird. Um, for some reason, we shut down for a minute there. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. It's okay. Pico says it's my bad English. No, you're okay. Let's see. Let's see if I could find. Maybe find out what turmeric is in Japanese. Or do you know what that word is? I don't know if turmeric can help with tendonitis, but I would definitely give it a shot to kind of to start there, taking those things. Let's see, turmeric and come on. See if we can find out. Turmeric. I don't know why I didn't bring up this stupid thing. I should have brought up the translation. Maybe if I put in the word translation. I'm slowing down the show. Sorry, guys. No, here it is. So let's see. Tamariku. Okay. So there's no real, or at least this thing could not find the word for turmeric, the symbol for turmeric in Japanese. It's more of a root. It's more of a root like ginger. And I know ginger is, I forgot how to say ginger in Japanese. Shoga. Did I say that right? I haven't said that word in a long time. Yes, it is a root similar to shoga or ginger. Uh, in I believe that some Asian countries call it yellow ginger. They call it yellow ginger. There's a picture here. Let's see. I lost the picture. Great. I lost the picture that I had of turmeric. Let me see. Maybe I can go back. But yeah, it's a root, and here it is. I hope you can see that picture. Fill up that screen in there. So that's turmeric, and like ginger, it it's an anti-inflammatory. So if you're inflamed, and I believe that's what tendonitis is, it's an inflammation of the joints in your knee. Not a doctor again. Consult a doctor before doing any things I tell you. But it's an inflammation of the knee, and turmeric and ginger helps. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it makes the swelling in your body go down. So let me see tendonitis. Let me see. I gotta go back to where you spell tendonitis because I'm not sure. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front like I'm this great speller. Uh, Tendonitis. All right, let's find out what tendonitis is, so we could. Tendonitis are flexible tendons, bands, issues that connect muscle to bone. Okay, they help your muscle move your bone. Okay, tendonitis is the severe swelling of the tendon. Okay, it's a swelling. So just like I thought. So your 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 tendons are the bands that wrap around that help the muscle to move. So when that gets swelled up, that's tendonitis. So if you take an anti-inflammatory, that's going to help that. So you might want, I don't know, I think turmeric is very big in Asian countries. Um, and I know it was big in Guam. And if you remember, I told you guys Guam was once occupied by Japan. And because it was once occupied by Japan, there's a lot of things still kind of the same there. A lot of Japanese people still live there. So I'm sure that turmeric or yellow ginger, as they call it on Guam, yellow ginger is got to be a big thing in Japan as well. I would start taking that, and I will go for the fresh pico, just so you know. And what do I do with it today? I made some kind of like tacos, meatless tacos, of course, and I put turmeric in it. The other day I had a drink, and I have I juiced the turmeric, and I put it in my drinks, and then you'll have the the pulp left over, or you juice it. You have the meat, what I call the meat of it, and you have the juice. I'll take that meat and I'll blend that into drinks. So my thing is to always make sure that I take turmeric or ginger. So intake of that I try every day to get an intake of that. So every day it's doing its job, because like I told you guys, you can't live your life eating ho-hos and junk food all day long, and then when you have a problem in with your heart or whatever, then start to take these ginger. Start to take these things. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna work. You have to. This is something that has to become a part of your life. It has to be a lifestyle for you. It has to be part of your life. It can't be something that you just do when you're feeling sick. And all too well, I know people that do that, and then they claim, well, these things you tell me to do don't work. Yeah, of course they don't work because you're trying to utilize them when your body is at its worst. Trying to fight whatever it is it's trying to fight. It has to be a lifestyle. Has to be a lifestyle. So maybe check that out, Pico. Check out that yellow ginger or um, the the turmeric. I forgot. But it looks like my camera and my phone are working weird. So we've been on for 40 minutes. That's a great show. I'm gonna end it here. Pico, thank you so much for joining us, and everyone else that joined us. Thank you for letting us know what you've been up to, Pico. It's been a long time. I'm hoping that I can get um, I'm hoping I can get Tully on the show, get you and Tully back on the show, and really have a great show where we're all sitting down talking. Thank you for smashing that heart, and again, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. So, again, guys, just to recap, um, whenever you're being told something from a doctor, definitely be honest with yourself. Talk to others, other doctors, get other opinions, and do what's right for you, for your body. It's your body. Don't worry about something else that someone might say. And Danielle just joined us. Thank you, Danielle, for joining us and for smashing that heart. We do appreciate it. We're going to sign off for today. So, again, guys, tune in tomorrow as I attempt to mansplain the word mansplain. You're not going to want to miss that. So come back to join us, all right? Live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, you're going to want to check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. Thank you for joining us. And remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and have a great day. Bye, Pico. Bye, Danielle.